That guy, he's a lawyer.
Is this live now or what?
Semi-good singer.
Hey, how you doing? I'm sorry about the lateness.
He's
Look at this. Look at this.
Singer. And he's a wonderful
dude,
man.
Oh, I don't want to talk
I'd like for him. We need to.
But anyway, I'm gonna use my phone.
More involved.
Oh, hey, sweetheart. I'm gonna use my phone.
But the great thing about it is, I give an example. A couple years ago, I've always heard about you and all the work.
I'm gonna put it around here.
And Sophia, who's with us.
Push this back a little bit. Put some paper out here.
For a while, and
so we can
see. She's
huh?
involved with a lot of organizations, and she's very patriotic.
How about we do all the way back? How about if I pull it all the way?
And
whoa, I don't want to.
So many others, like we met Pastor Rodriguez at your event. A wonderful young man.
Hey.
And just like 2 years ago, we were not working together. And the great thing about Super Citizen is that now people like you and Pastor Rodriguez will.
I'm going to tell you why I was late. I'm going to tell you why I can't get on my computer. I'm going to tell you
Frank
why.
Marchand,
please, Jesus God, please stay. Please freaking stay.
An all-star team.
Listen, Mary.
People that are coming together. Jordana Schifrinelli, who was here a couple of weeks ago with her husband, Green Beret, who's running for office down in what's that, Queens.
Okay, there it is. There it is. Don't,
Jesus God, where they had a great victory. And Joseph Bodler, your friend Delegate Joseph Bodler, is supposed to call in tonight. Now, you may have to remind Delegate Bodler. Oh, he's on? He's on. Joseph Bodler. I shouldn't make fun. He's on. He caught me making fun. But Delegate Bodler had a tremendous victory over Black Lives Matter. Where do you hear this story? And he's got to be given credit. He's one of our friends. But Pastor Lewis, it was a wonderful program. You really put that together, and you had a large crowd.
2 minutes.
Yeah, we had close to 100 people there. It was nice.
And it was outdoors.
Yeah.
Where am I?
Pastor Lewis, are you still going to be doing movies on the weekend since it's getting a little chillier?
We're going to do one more here before September's over. We like to do them outside. We can do them all year long inside. But the people really like to sit out under the stars. So we're going to try to get one more in outside in September. Then we may have some more inside during the winter.
What kind of movies do you show?
Little Lily has that. Little Lily has.
We try to show Christian faith.
Do they now? Wow.
We want to,
There's all this crazy stuff going on.
Audience, no matter.
I'm sorry, everybody. I can't.
No matter what age
It's
you
on
are,
the fence.
and
I can't answer.
It gives a good Christian message, and whether it's a drama, whether it's got some comedy in it.
Good.
Everybody seems to enjoy them. Yeah.
Yeah. Now we are. Good. Well, we can talk about it. And also, we are working. One of the things Super Citizen wants to do, and we're beginning to do it with the great talent of Frank Marchand. We are going to be doing a documentary. Now, there's two of them in the pipeline, but one of them is about Baltimore County. And as you pointed out a few minutes ago, the problem of, people in Baltimore County and other places know that this country is in trouble. We have this great president. They know how powerful these forces are against him and against us. And what the other side doesn't understand is we know we are not that dumb. We know that their attack on him is really an attack on us, and we know it and we feel it, and that's why we ain't going nowhere, and we're sticking with this guy. But the fact of the matter is, all these wonderful people in Baltimore County, Pastor, they don't realize that Baltimore County has become ground zero and is the target of Black Lives Matter, with Vince's Crab House becoming a symbol of what is coming, and then the passing of the resolution supporting Black Lives Matter, the organization, by the school board, and now the police under attack, and it's going to get worse. And Sophia pointed out earlier, she was reading from an article, and she said, Johnny Olszewski said, what did he say, Sophia?
He said the steps that are going to be implemented are just the beginning, not the end.
Now that sounds scary to me.
Yes. There's no question. Johnny Olszewski, to my way of thinking, is a communist. So the quicker you get people to understand that, the quicker we can get them to come on board. But listen, from my perspective also, this is much bigger than what anybody's talking about. This is good versus evil.
This is bigger than the both of us.
Atheists, these Marxists, they're coming after Christians.
That's right.
They're coming after God. And guess what? God wins. We need to bombard the throne room of heaven with our prayers. And we need to continue, put our petitions in front of the Lord. and then wherever we go from there.
Hold on 1 second, bud.
His hands.
Well, I tell you, my feelings are if prayers were ever needed, they are needed now.
Amen, brother.
All right, amen, Pastor. Take care. Okay,
Hold
we
on
need
1
to
second.
take a break. We will be right back.
Opportunities for rain coming our way Sunday night, and even then, it looks like it's just a...
That was the Midnight Rambler. Yeah, Savage picks some great songs, I know.
Slide back to 62, which is a little warm. Same story.
I'm sorry, what's your name now?
Right around 80 sunshine, clouds mixing maybe a stray shower later in the day, and then chances for those scattered showers. And then
Well, Jay, I know everybody in Little
Monday,
Italy.
Sunday clouds,
Masashi?
that afternoon high. Slide back to mid-50s Monday night. Jamino.
Vince?
Channel Talk Radio 680 WCBM.
Are you
Is your name
always
Vince?
apologizing for your dog's behavior? Need help communicating?
yeah, I know
At
Vince
K9
Petrossi, but
Concepts,
you don't
we
sound
can
like him.
solve your problems. The answer to your problems is a phone call
Oh,
away.
okay.
Call
Wait a minute, I'm gonna put you on this Vince, all right?
410-477-2000 for a free demo evaluation.
Anyway, you know.
Call
Little Italy,
410-477-2000.
Little.
Obedience, protection,
Hey, listen,
handicap
what do you want to talk about,
assistance,
Vince?
boarding, grooming, puppy preschool. Visit K9Concepts.com.
About the what?
The best for your dog. Call 410-477-2000.
Fifth Season Financial is a licensed lender. Not available in all
Oh, you want to
states.
talk about the
Fifth Season Financial
what?
Are you or a loved one suffering financial hardship as a result of an advanced stage
Papa?
of illness like cancer, Alzheimer's?
Is your
or
papa
ALS?
living in
Are
the
financial
States
side
or
effects
is,
of medical
over
fight
the mother
reducing
country?
your quality of life and causing stress and worry? Did you know that you could be eligible for a special loan to access funds
Okay.
locked up in your life insurance policy? Text the word LIVE to 411-411 now. Fifth season may be able to help you address your financial
put that
needs
in the,
through our funds for
you want to
living
talk about
program.
the
This simple-to-use
crime in the
program helps
city, or you
access
want to talk
value
about
that is locked up in
the
your life insurance
coronavirus,
policy
or
by lending you money against the face amount of your policy. This loan is not like other
About what?
loans where you need to make monthly payments, and it only gets repaid out of the proceeds of the life
Who's
insurance
related?
policy. Visit fifthseasonfinancial.com/radio and get approved quickly. Fifth Season Financial
so you
wants
want to talk
help
about the
you
government?
live your best life. Text
Yes,
LIVE
the
to
okay.
411-411.
That's right.
Text the word LIVE to 411-411.
Fifth Season Financial is a licensed lender. Not available in
Any
all
questions?
states. Visit fifthseasonfinancial.com for details.
Are you or a loved
Okay.
one suffering
Hey,
financial
Vince, I'm gonna
hardship
get you
as a
ahead of this
result
guy,
of an
right? I'm gonna
advanced
get
stage
you on
illness
the
like
little
cancer,
list, right?
Alzheimer's, or ALS? Are the financial side effects of your medical fight reducing
tell Benny
your quality of
Sedano
life
and,
causing stress
Carol
and
said
worry?
hi.
Did you
All right,
know
now
that
hold
you
on,
could be
I'll put you
eligible for a special loan to access funds locked up in your life insurance policy? Text the word LIVE to 411-411 now. Fifth Season may be able to help you address your financial needs through our Funds for Living program. This simple-to-use program helps you access value that is locked up in your life insurance policy by lending you money against the face amount of your policy. This loan is not like other loans where you need to make monthly payments, and it only gets repaid out of the proceeds of the life insurance policy. Visit fifthseasonfinancial.com/radio and get approved quickly. Fifth Season Financial wants to help you live your best life. Text LIVE to 411-411. Text the word LIVE to 411-411.
Did you know Geico's now offering an extra 50% credit on car and motorcycle policies? That's 50% on top of what Geico would already save you. So what do you
Oh,
look around the house?
Okay, Mom, I emptied the dishwasher, vacuumed the basement, and folded the sheets out of the
all
dryer.
right.
Oh, and now I'm gonna clean Mitten's litter box.
People like to call and talk to me, you know what I mean? Oh God, don't see her banging shit.
There's never been a better time.
I'm gonna try to talk
Geico.
without my
Save
hands
an extra
banging.
15% when you switch by October 7th.
Yeah, so they call, you know, I'll talk.
Geico.com for details.
Listen every Sunday from 6:05 to
And,
6:20
you know,
a.m. for a broadcast from the internationally known St. Jude Shrine in Baltimore. St. Jude is the patron.
I guess they find me interesting because I have great conversations with people, you know what I mean?
6:05 to 6:20 a.m.
Was it
on
Eddie?
WCBM.
Fifth Season Financial is a licensed lender.
I'm so not. Hey, Barry Ann, there's cousin.
Are you or a
Hey, sorry about Thursday, but I had to charge batteries and stuff because at 9/11 you saw all that taping I was doing. But I thank you so heartily. I hope next Thursday's on. Anyways, Eddie,
could be eligible for a special loan to
the Cosmo, yeah. Kimberly Meekins, hey, sweetie pie. And welcome to the 2 hours of power right here at Pat McDonough. I apologize. I got my friends doing it. I got it. But just call it fix me stick. And just before I went out, it's like, this may take a while. And you know, yeah, this may take a while, you know. But you just got to went to the shower, took the shower. And then I come back and then still doing
life insurance policy. Visit
stuff like
fifthseasonfinancial.com/radio and get approved quickly. Fifth Season Financial wants to help you live your best life. Text LIVE to 411-411. Text the word LIVE to 411-411.
I ordered pizza, so
Fifth Season
no
Financial is
pizza.
a licensed lender. Not available in all states. Visit fifthseasonfinancial.com for details. Are you or a loved one suffering financial hardship as a result of an advanced stage illness like cancer, Alzheimer's, or ALS? Are the financial side effects of your medical fight reducing your quality of life and causing stress and worry? Did you know that you could be eligible for a special loan to access funds locked up in your life insurance policy? Text the word LIVE to 411-411 now. Fifth Season may be able to help you address your financial.
Hey, you want to get some fruit, good produce? Go to Benny Sedano. My friend there, Benny Sedano. You call that number, and he'll take care of you. I'm sorry about that. I'll do another one slower. But this last commercial, I'm going to put a song on, you know. But go see Benny Sedano. He delivers the best. He inspects his fruit. Oh, my God.
And get approved quickly. Fifth Season Financial wants to help you live your best life. Text LIVE to 411-411. Text the word LIVE to 411-411.
Remember that text, die. Remember the Steely Dan? I remember.
And now back to Super Citizen Radio on Talk Radio 680 WCBM and worldwide at WCBM.com.
Okay, we are back, and let us talk with Delegate Joseph Bodler, who has a wonderful story. This is really interesting.
All right, Joe.
Hey, Joe, good evening.
Good evening, Pat. How are you doing?
We're doing well. Valerie's here and Sophia Montgomery. And Joe, why don't you start at the beginning and explain this story, how it worked out?
Yeah, well, you know, I work at Hawaii 3 times a week. And,
WCBM, the Pat McDonough Show. We're on Saturday
I went
speaking.
in Hawaii and I was working out.
Who's this?
And I saw this young lady who was one of the lifeguards.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. I got to turn this down.
Come out of where the swimming pool area was.
Hello?
She had a face mask on.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, we're WCBM Pizza Delivered.
Really didn't take a lot out.
It's 1726. It's down. You know where the fountain is, in the little inside. You walk almost all the way down, and then you to the left. You ring the bell, and I'll come and get you.
She's
you got
an
lost?
employee of the Y.
Yes, she is an employee. One of their lifeguards.
Yeah, you know the DoubleTree Hotel? Yeah, we're right there. Right next to it. You just pull right in, and I'll tell you what. Yeah, the DoubleTree. Yeah, I don't know why she said that. I thought the old lady was 1726. Yeah, I said it was 1726, right down, Suite 117. Yeah, do you see a gray? It's a gray Chrysler 300. It's parked. It's backed in. It's a gray. You walk down that hallway all the way down to the left. You'll see the door, and I'll see you, and I'll do the security because I'll say hi. How you doing? I'll be right there. Yeah, that's my 300.
It's a Christian organization.
Yeah, baby.
And the Marxists,
I'll see you in a little bit.
They are anti-Christian and anti-family. And that is in the mission statement of Black Lives Matter.
Oh shit, I got commercials. She had so much fun. I mean, when you have so much fun, it's not a job.
How about if she had a Trump mask?
Yeah. And so, anyhow, the lady said, well, I'll talk to her. So I came in a couple days later for my regular workout again, and there she was again. And this time she came out of the swimming area and stood there and started to stare at me.
She gave you the glare.
I told them, they told her who it was.
Yeah, they snitched on you, and she gave you the glare.
Yeah, and I
horrible.
Walked right up there and said, look, you better stop doing what you're doing. If you don't think I don't
You better stop doing what you're doing.
And And I said, I'll make your life a living hell if you want to go down this road. And she did turn around and walk away. So I immediately got her boss, and I said something to him.
Oh, watch when this pizza guy gets here. There's a microphone right here. I scared the shit out of him.
I wasn't nothing just staring at you. I said, oh, yes, she was.
Is this the pizza guy? I'll come right there. Hold on, sir.
So he's like, well, I'll talk to her. And I realized he wasn't talking to her.
No, they're not going to do anything. They're bullied.
Yeah, because, well, it's fascinating because it's like the same kind of thing that we're seeing out in the general public. People are afraid to speak up. And even there, they're afraid to say anything. I guess because they're afraid to incur the wrath of these folks. But my feeling is that, we don't start to stand up when they start to rock. It just makes them bold. We see this before. A lot of these others.
No, we see it at Vince's Crab House.
There you go. Yeah, great.
And that's what that's what we're trying to wake up the people in Baltimore County. Sophia and I were just talking about that off the air. People think, oh, well, that's in Seattle and Portland. No, I'm sorry. If you're from Baltimore County and you're listening to this program,
WCBM,
the agenda is coming at you.
I was speaking who's calling now,
They have already started, and they are targeting you.
Hey, all right. Hey, Bob.
You persisted.
How you doing, Bob? Man, I'll tell you what, it got darker than it did last week. I'll tell you that. It's darker this Saturday. Man, I'm telling you. Yeah. I say stay start. I mean, sun till like 9 o'clock. Instead of 4 o'clock. Oh boy! Wow. Wow. Yes, sir. Now, Bob, what would you like to talk to them about?
Sure, they do.
Well, you have to understand that we have to learn the roots of life. You don't have to look right. Why people in town?
There you go. All right, Bob, we got you in, and you have a nice weekend.
And you didn't know what to say.
2. That's it. And one I think is kind of cool. Yeah, don't worry. Because if this guy Vince, what I think he is. He's like oh no, because I'll put you up number 1, Bob.
And I explained to him, staring at me, and I said, I don't think that I gave you. I said, I funded you guys for fun. I said,
oh, I know, man. I hate to say it, but I love it. I mean, because I see it coming. It's real coming. I'll tell you what. And then when you go, those son of bitches, I'll tell you what, they have no disgrace. Oh, I'll tell you what you missed. I was at 152 back in front of and it was 9/11. It was my first time. Man, it was something else. Boy, I tell you, very emotional. Oh, wait. Hold on, let me get you on there, Bob, so you get on. All right, hold on, please. That was Bob. That's Bob. See, did I tell you they want to talk to me? Did I tell you that? No, I don't need to hear this anymore.
And are you going to fold like this? I mean,
of course, part of their agenda, Joe, is to wipe out history. So people, if people don't know the foundation, the founding fathers, or the foundation of the why, or faith, or Christianity, or any other religion, then they make mistakes. They are easily intimidated, manipulated, and brainwashed, like this young lady, apparently.
Yeah. And I tell you, in between all this, I talked to a lot of people in line, and they were shocked that this was even happening, and so at the end of the day, the right thing was done. He put that email out, and I haven't seen that young lady in over a month now, and I'm not sure, but I think they fired her. I told them not to fire her. I'm not interested in firing her. I'm just interested in getting her to understand that you cannot propagandize in the lie. Especially if I'm paying dues. I said, we get that everywhere, and I don't come in the Y to have this. And I said, and I reminded him too, I said, if you allow this to go on, then that means why.
Now, gee, Joe, if you could only get the National Football League to agree with you.
Maybe I should give them a call.
You should get started. Now, Sophie is holding something up. What is that?
Well, I'm just. Hi, Joe. How are you? It's nice to talk with you without being at a flea market. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, Joe.
All right. I'm a little surprised that there wasn't an employee dress code in the beginning. I mean, if this is the impetus for getting it done.
There is a dress code, but apparently they considered masks not part of the dress code. And I said, what? I said, because that is part of the dress code, because they're wearing them. And I said, and my point too was that, look, if a member walked in and they had a Black Lives Matter mask on, I could care less. I could care less what a member would wear. But an employee of the Y, no, they need to be neutral. And I reminded him, I said, John, you know and I know, right now, the Y's taking a big hit because you have almost nobody in there exercising at this point. And he goes, he did admit that, well, yeah, you're right about that. And I said, so you don't want me to be out mounting a campaign, because I guarantee you, after I talk to a number of people at the Y,
Emily Bobinio, how you doing, sweets? How you doing? Thank you so much for joining me.
Well, here's the question.
But I use my phone tonight.
Here's the question, Joe. If you got into the pool and you were swimming, and you started drowning, do you think this young lady would assist you?
I really doubt that she would.
Especially since they don't know if she's there.
A nice young black girl that was there would have. So
2 minutes.
I think I would have been okay.
All right. So you won a victory here. You persisted. You have demonstrated to our listening audience and to others, and we have some other victories we're going to talk about, that if you don't just cave in and let things happen that are not right or not appropriate, and just give in, that these people know that they can bully Americans. Our great democracy. Well, I know we're a constitutional republic, but our freedom, I would put it that way, allows people to get away with all kinds of things. And we are, we're tolerant people. We're nice people. We give people the benefit of the doubt for the most part. Or we don't want to be bothered. We got enough trouble in our life, personal lives, that a lot of times. But in your case, your notorious, well-known stubbornness and aggressiveness paid off.
Yeah, I can be pretty stubborn at times. But to me, it's like, I'm thinking to myself that when you see this, we need to address it too. Because you can't just that's what one thing you said, and this is the way the left works.
50 seconds.
They will push, and they will push until they meet a certain amount of opposition.
Yeah, right.
Then they back away.
Well, they're relentless. I always like to look. They're like burglars. They're like hotel burglars. They go into, and every time you leave your room open, they'll go in and steal your stuff. But if your door is locked, they don't go in.
Right.
And that's kind of their attitude. But, Joe, thank you for calling in. We're going to have to take a break for our news. It's a great story, and I'll be checking back with you on some other things we're working on. But thanks for calling in.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you. It's State Delegate Joe Bodler from the 8th Legislative District, who is a very independent person. We got a break for the Unstoppable News. We'll be right back.
Stay connected with stimulating talk and breaking news on
I was going to play a song.
680 WCBM,
play right to it.
Baltimore, and WCBM.com.
That's time, and that's how good that freaking time it is. That's how good that is, huh?
Fox News. President Trump is in Nevada, where he's hosting a rally tonight.
The president will be holding his event tonight
have a little bit.
in Minden. We're about 30
I got my little
minutes
cup of
south
just a little bit of Chianti,
The
please.
president will be making these
Just a
multiple
little cup.
stops, and the campaign originally wanted to do this at the Reno Tahoe Airport, but because of COVID restrictions, they had to change. President Trump left the state 4 years ago, but by only about 27,000 votes. The campaign putting a lot of resources into into the state now.
Fox's Mark Meredith. The Biden campaign releasing a new Spanish language ad in Florida, hoping to sway Latino voters.
Since they both became official party nominees, Trump has been to 11 states. Biden has been to just 3, but he is trying to make up for less face time with voters with more screen time as the new NFL season kicks off this week. Biden's campaign is taking advantage of fans tuning in, spending over 3 times as much cash on TV ads this week.
Fox's Hillary Vaughn. Biden travels to Florida on Tuesday. President Trump visits Northern California Monday to meet with officials as that state and Oregon battle deadly wildfires. Smoke from the fires has created cooler temperatures, helping crews struggling to gain ground on the places, which had burned more than 1,500 square miles in Oregon alone. The number of dead from the fires on the West Coast is at least 28, with more expected as dozens of people remain missing. One person is dead after a shooting at a mall in northern Indiana. The shooting sent shoppers running for cover this afternoon at University Park Mall in Mishawaka, just east of South Bend. Police have not released any information on the victim or a possible suspect. And Naomi Osaka has won her second U.S. Open championship and third Grand Slam title overall by coming back to beat Victoria Azarenka in 3 sets in the final at Flushing Meadows. America is listening to Fox News.
From the Fox News Podcasts Network. In these ever-changing times, you can rely on Fox News for hourly updates for the very latest news and information on your time. Listen and download now at foxnewspodcast.com or wherever you get your favorite podcasts.
Tomorrow on Fox. It's a season opener for the ages on America's Game of the Week. Tom Brady and Gronk make their highly anticipated Bucs debut in an NFC South showdown against Drew Brees.
What a throw!
Michael Thomas and the reigning division champion Saints. It all kicks off tomorrow.
Hey, Pat, I got a pizza pie.
The Fox News Rundown is a weekday morning podcast.
I do. Come on. I know I moved it, but it's a nice pizza here, right? So I got this. Sound kind of fun. You work with me. You're going to eat. You're going to make sure you're all right. Let's go in here. Let's mess with some money. All right. So everything sounds wonderful and good. And this is the second hour of power. There's 2 hours of power. This is the second hour of power. And we're going to lead it off with the song. Would you like to sing? I'm going to turn that mic on really high.
You're not going to do that.
No, I got that little organ. It's really great. All right. Oh, the pizza. I've got plates and napkins for pizza.
Okay.
All right, it's terrific. It's really good.
All right.
I wish we had the red peppers. I'll tell you, I miss them. There it is, Pat.
The U.S. Attorney for the Western District of New York says 32-year-old Kyle Davis in Rochester civil disorder. During violent protests in which officers were injured, surveillance footage shows Davis pointing green lasers at officers. Some of them experienced, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office, a temporary loss of sight. When they tried to detain Davis, he ran. They chased him. When they finally did arrest him, one officer suffered broken bones around his eye. Violent protests erupted in Rochester earlier this month after it was revealed how Daniel Prude was killed back in March after a police encounter during a mental health episode he was having. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
Summons are issued
Computer said it's safe, good.
BLM protesters. Fox's Karen McHugh.
And we get out of here then.
Back on June 28th, Mark and Patricia McCloskey made headlines when they confronted Black Lives Matter demonstrators outside their home. The St. Louis couple, claiming they were acting in self-defense, pointed loaded weapons at them. Though no shots were fired, the McCloskeys have been slapped with felony weapons charges. But now, 9 of the more than 300 protesters who took part that day have been issued summons as well. They could be facing fines of up to $500 and up to 90 days in jail for trespassing on private property. No response as yet from the St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department. Karen McHugh, Fox News.
And I'm Joe Chiro, Fox News.
Yeah. I'm Ron Savage. Savage Mode. Bam.
Best opportunities for rain coming our way Sunday night, and even then, it looks like it's just those scattered showers. Now we are partly to mostly cloudy. Slide back to 62, which is a little warm. Same story for Sunday as we top out right around 80. Sunshine, clouds mixing, maybe a stray shower later in the day, and then chances for those scattered showers ahead for Sunday
One of
night.
those days, man.
By Monday, more sun and clouds, right around 80 for that afternoon.
I got to do the show
Slide back to
streamline to my
Monday
phone.
night.
It's terrible.
Jeff Eno from Weather Channel, Talk Radio
Yeah,
680.
because I have this freaking thing that it's called Fix Me Stick. Oh, that's real cool. It'll wipe all the viruses. But I know it takes 25 years.
Your finances,
You know, I took my shower, come out, you know, I did my nails. I said, okay, you know, perfume, I look at the dog. The thing's still circle. Oh my God, I'm losing my mind. So then I couldn't put it in my computer.
With the penny, it takes until day 28 to break
So
$1
now
million.
I've got real loyal.
But by day 30, $5.3 million. The power of
But,
unlimited compound. But what if the money was taxed? If we add in just a 15% tax rate, at 30 days, instead of having $5.3 million, we only have about $560,000. Let's explore your opportunities together, as I like to say, to get your money away from Wall Street to your street,
I didn't know if you came
and
out of
away
man
from
cave
the White
yet, man.
House to your house. Call or visit our website for a free, no-obligation consultation, 410-252-7630, 410-252-7630, or PaladinoFinancialGroup.com, PALADINO, Financial Group, all one word, .com. Let's talk about why money matters to you and your family, and how I can help you plan before you invest and get the confidence and clarity to your overall financial and retirement plan. 410-252-7630 or PaladinoFinancialGroup.com for your personal financial guidance.
Andy Palladino is an investment advisor, representative of, and securities and advisory services are offered through USA Financial Securities Corp. Member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
Broadcasting from the WCBM Safe Retirement Solutions Studios. Rod Verroe, 410-266-1120. Safe Retirement Solutions.com.
The views and opinions you hear on Talk Radio 680 WCBM and WCBM.com are not necessarily those of the owners, management, employers, and advertisers of WCBM. But they should be.
The Pat McDonough Show is brought to you by Super Citizen Radio. And now back to Super Citizen Radio on Talk Radio 680 WCBM and worldwide at WCBM.com.
Welcome back, everybody. Super Citizen Radio. And do not forget, we have Super Citizen Television, which will be on next Sunday at 10 a.m. on prime time on, let's see, it's Valerie has the channels. She left the building. I don't know. Is she coming back?
I have it.
Hopefully she'll be back.
She is.
So anyway, Comcast is channel 24. It's on direct television. It's on Dish TV. It's
Verizon 46.
Verizon what?
Verizon is 509.
509.
Yeah.
Verizon is 509. It's on at 10 o'clock next Sunday, not tomorrow. But
Not tomorrow,
Sunday.
next Sunday.
So that is Super Citizen Television, which is on once a month now. We're going to bump that up. You can visit our supercitizenusa.com website, and you can join Super Citizen or make a contribution to keep things going. And if it's $20 or more, you will automatically become a member of Super Citizen.
Christ.
That is supercitizenusa.com.
How can I do my commercial?
PayPal. That is there on Super Citizen.
Join Super Citizen.
So, these are all
guys,
good
do you see this backwards? Because I do.
Sophia came up with something really...
See, this is how my night's going.
This
My
is,
whole night.
Ripley's
I hope my whole night's not
Ripley.
going like
What
that.
is it, Sophia?
So here's a commercial. Yes, with the I hate it.
Alerted me to the fact that on September 21st, Kohl's is going to be introducing a line of T-shirts for Black Lives Matters. So that's going to be coming out on the 21st, and they are also going to be donating Kohl's $100,000 to the National Urban League. And they are also, as they say, we're strengthening our commitment to the Milwaukee community with a $1 million donation to 5 nonprofit organizations that serve diverse communities. So there you go.
Well, now, is this only happening in Milwaukee, or is it all the Kohl's?
I think Kohl's must be Milwaukee-based, but it will be in the Kohl's.
All the different Kohl's?
Yes.
You know, with all the people going in there, I think that they could go and donate money.
My friend Candace went there, man. Got me a nice tie.
Children's learning
coffins.
centers, things like that.
That's
things
true.
that
That's true.
I'm not saying that Black Lives Matters is not important, because we all know it is. But the fact is that it seems like they're pandering to certain groups of people.
Well, here's the question. I mean, first of all, Black Lives Matter, the term Black Lives Matter is one thing. I mean, that is simply a reaction to the belief by many people, which I think can be substantiated to some degree, that particularly towards criminal justice, that black people in many cases are not treated equally. And the expression Black Lives Matter is simply a reaction to that. But the organization, the global organization, the Black Lives Matter Network, it's a global network.
Yes, it is.
The two leaders are both Marxists. And if you read the mission statement, I mean, they're way out. They hate America. They don't like families. They against religion. They are a Marxist, socialist, fascist almost organization. So the fact that they're providing money to the Urban League has been around a long time. They're a great organization. They're a great racial organization. And that's encouraging, at least. But you can't possibly be giving money, donations, to the Black Lives Matter Global Network. However, also, you look at this expression, is pro-life allowed? And I think Sophia said also that their masks and T-shirts can be worn by the health.
I got this.
You're going to go into
Caroline's
a place to spend your money, and you're going to have every person there, like Bodler was talking about this woman with the mask. Now you're going to go into Kohl's, and every person there is going to have a Black Lives Matter T-shirt. How comfortable is this? I mean, this is really putting it in your face.
The next song
and the
I
fact
picked,
of the matter is,
which
how
20
about
after break,
pro-life
is an Elvis Presley, because I love Elvis. Grew up as
pro-life.
Sinatra, Elvis.
Now here's another one.
It's called
pre-born
A Little
Black
Less
Lives Matter,
Conversation and a Little Freaking More Action.
Are they going to give money to the pre-born Black Lives?
But
Christian organization?
Probably not.
A little less conversation, a little more action.
No. So that's how crazy these things are. That's how wild this is all. I'll tell you, I sit back sometimes and I think, when I look at the president, and Giuliani was on last night, and what he said I've heard 1,000 times. And if anyone was honest, they would say the same thing. No president has ever been attacked to the degree and the enormity, I like this word, enormity, that this president has been attacked. And I got to say, I don't know if the word impressive is a good word, but the level and the power of the attack on this president in this election is impressive. It's coming from every corner. It's coming from the Democrats, which is now the Socialist Party. Yeah. It's coming from the media. It's coming from the entertainers. It's coming from everybody except the deplorables, us. Yeah. But these big institutions, these big organizations that make up America, and they say it's not a conspiracy. Well, I can remember when President Trump made the comment that the media is an enemy of the people. Within 2 days, 250 independent newspapers across America printed a similar editorial against Trump. Now, what did somebody make a phone call? Did somebody send out an email?
If you think back to the last election, and I know I did not realize that President Trump had won the election till 3 o'clock in the morning, because I came home that night, went to sleep, and I woke up and I was watching, I don't know whether it was CNN or one of those stations, and they had these very, very long faces, and I wasn't sure what I was watching. I had to put
thought somebody had died.
Yeah, I really did. And then
there was a death.
The next day, all the attacks started. Every attack.
Well, they started long before that.
Yeah, but see, they were under the impression that Hillary Clinton was going to win. They did not.
No, but they attacked him all during the campaign.
Well, they did, but it really, really blew into a big mountain the day that they announced him.
They all looked like they were smelling bad gas.
Oh, it was awful.
It was a wonderful scene, and we're going to see it again.
And see, what I don't understand is all these movie stars and all of Hollywood. You know, if Trump gets elected, I'm going to move out of the country.
Yeah, go ahead. Move
well,
they're here.
Well, where are they?
I hope them back.
No. Well, they've got enough money. Let them, move out. None of them have moved out.
No.
And I'm thinking,
none of them moved out.
well, I said goodbye to you a long time ago. I'll tell you
Alex
one thing.
Baldwin's been moving for years.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I will not go to see Robert De Niro movies. I will not. I just, I see him. I turn him right off.
Talking to me.
And a lot of the movies, television shows, where the actors have said something against my president, turn that station right off. Because you know what?
Yeah, we got to learn how to boycott.
Well, I do. I boycott a lot.
We should have boycotted. What was that? Goodyear tire. That would have been a good target, but they backed off because the president came out and said Goodyear tire. What was Goodyear tire? Said something about you can't wear. That was the same issue. The Goodyear tire said you can't wear certain T-shirts and stuff, but you can wear Black Lives Matter. I think it was similar to that.
And that was only a few weeks ago, and because it's like every day it's a new thing.
It's a new thing.
They keep throwing mud on the wall, and they try to get it to stick.
Right.
And they never go away, and they're relentless. And I'm saying the enormity. You can't tell me that somebody's just making this stuff up. There is some... No. George Soros must be in charge of all of this. That's all I can say. All right, let's take a call from Vince.
Hey, Vince.
Vince, good evening. Vince is gone. Okay.
He's gone.
Let's take a call from Cedric.
Go, Cedric, baby.
Cedric, good evening.
Hey, what's happening, Pat?
Same stuff.
No, it's not the same, man.
Yeah.
This stuff is different.
Good guy. Good guy, Cedric.
Have to say.
Yeah, we'll have some Savage Stream tonight.
Man,
me and Betsy Bootsy. I'll get Betsy Bootsy. I'll tell you all about the bath. About what I use. I mean, this thing.
They have this guy on.
We'll listen to the show first, man.
A campaign.
Especially you, Richie Bell.
Joe Biden. And
Kimberly Meekins.
Interviewing this.
Oh, that phony. Yeah, Brett Baer should have tore into him.
Did you see that?
Yeah, what's her name? Perino.
Dana.
I'm sick of Dana. She's a bushy to start with.
Right.
So, she interviews people and they say these talking points, these lies, and they don't attack back. They don't. Tucker Carlson is the only one that attacks back.
And he has the highest ratings now.
Brett Baer actually went in on this guy.
I saw, but not enough. He got in there a little bit.
Yeah, about
put me in there.
The issue, and I'm sitting there saying, I didn't know Brett Baer can. I mean, because he's usually pretty soft. He can kind of.
Well, he's a reporter on the news where he has to be unbiased to a certain extent. But
hey,
this
Frank,
was different. This was an interview. Yeah, I saw it. This guy was.
Frank.
Believe me, I've trained people how to debate, and I can tell you, this guy had it down. And he was, evading and changing.
Bobbing and weaving.
Bobbing and weaving. And I'm telling you, he could have been taken care of. Brett should have, on a couple of things, Brett missed completely. Now, Dana Perino, I mean, she doesn't even
Chris,
respond. She just lets it fly by.
Yeah, I got rid of her a long time ago. And look, here's the thing. The point I was trying to make was, how in the world is Joe Biden going to stand on a stage opposite President Donald J. Trump and debate him mano a mano? It's not going to happen today. It's not going to happen tomorrow.
You get nervous
it's not going to happen no day. The only way he can possibly do that is going to have to be one of those.
Oh, man, don't get nervous, Jesus.
When he's sitting in his
I have guests coming here, man. Because Ron Savage, I have guests on with me, and pick it up on Facebook. And I'm like, oh my God! I said, take it easy. And then this is straight.
I think they'll have a substitute. I think they'll have Alec Baldwin dressed like Biden.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good because Joe Biden can't do it. I don't care what anybody says. Joe Biden cannot stand with that.
This is Pat McDonough show.
At some point, Donald Trump's going to say, I can't believe I'm running against this guy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Donald Trump is quite ignorant on the debate stage, and I love every bit of it.
Yeah. You're going to love this show.
But ignorant in a good way.
We're going to take a
ignorant in a way that needs to be ignorant because you're dealing with the big lie. You're dealing with these BSers. You got to call them out.
Did you see him in Michigan the other day?
That was Frank.
And in Pennsylvania on the campaign trail for President Trump, he's doing
Probably
rallies.
CBM, the Pat McDonough show. Ron Savage speaking. Who's calling?
Well, I'm
he's rocking it.
Ron?
Well, I was actually going to see.
I was like, that's what I'm talking about.
Right.
I'm ready.
I'm very excited.
I was actually going to go see Mike Pence. I think it was Wednesday or Thursday night of this week. Unfortunately, I couldn't go.
Oh, man, that would have been exciting.
Well, next time I get an invite, I'll take you.
Oh, yeah, we'll figure something out.
Well, I'll tell you, I've been there with her in Pennsylvania to see Pence.
Yeah, you were there.
So I did something evil to Sophia. I won't talk about it. But anyway, yeah, it was in Pennsylvania. So the women, Sophia, Valerie, all of them, I can't remember.
Republican women of Baltimore County?
Yeah, they go in early, Cedric. They got to get there early. They got to stand right in front, right? So I go in, I said, no, I'm not going to do this. I left and went to the side and sat on a chair. In the side, everybody had to stand, but I sat on a chair on the side. They're right up front, and I got to tell you something about Pence. Pence is a hell of a campaigner.
Oh yeah,
he's really good. He is. He'll take care of Kamala.
Oh yeah.
And so they're all up front, and I'm watching from the side. I've got this high chair type thing, and I've got a vision on all of them standing in front, and I'm seeing Pence moving towards them, and I'm thinking, oh my God, he doesn't know what he's in for. So when Pence gets in front of them, they assault him. They pretty much have him cornered. So, and then Valerie has our newspaper, and she gives it to Pence, and he takes it.
But he actually told me he saw it from the stage. And I just realized this in the pictures that
this is great.
You don't know because you're caught up in all the excitement. He actually had his right arm around me, and the Secret Service agent is like looking. You know, if you look at the look on the Secret Service agent, it's funny.
He must have known you.
Well, I didn't. Well, I did know the one agent.
No, okay.
Okay, I did know the one agent, but it was kind of funny because he was autographing my paper.
Right.
He took 2 of our papers. He autographed my hat, and I thought nobody's getting near me while I'm getting, sitting there talking with the vice president because we talked a long time.
So she's met the president and she met the vice president, and in both cases, she manhandled both men.
Well, President Trump had his arm around me too.
Yes, well, after you had physically moved him 3 feet from the left to the right, and he looked down at me. I'm standing on the side. He's a big guy, and he looks down over at me and he says, "Who is this?" And I said, "That's my wife." And he says, "Good luck." I don't think he's ever in his entire career been grabbed by the arms by a woman and moved 2 or 3 feet to the left because he was in the wrong place to take a picture. So she wanted to get. I've told the story 100 times.
Yeah, but
they take a picture in this restaurant, and he's got that big bulb. It's an old-fashioned restaurant, the globe, a light behind his head. And he looks at the picture, and it looks like an alien from outer space. And he says, "Oh, no, I'm taking this camera." She said, "No, you can't take my camera." He says, this can't get out. She said, "I'll take care of it. I'll protect it." So he said, "Okay." So they then went to take a second picture, and she didn't want to get that globe behind him again. So she jumps in front of him. She's impulsive and fearless. She jumps in front of him and physically moves him. And he looked at me, and the look on his face, the Secret Service were ready to spring, So now she's added Pence. I think the Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo, is next on your list.
Hey, let me tell you something. I'm smelling a landslide.
No, people are saying that, Cedric. I don't know.
I tell you, let me tell you something. Pat McDonough. People are saying things to me at work, and I'm telling you, the tide is shifting. These are people that I've been like proselytizing to.
Remember coming out with Elvis Gary.
You like your money in your wallet, you like your money in your bank account, you like your 401k. You better go out
my
and
freaking
vote
batteries.
for Donald J. Trump because this other character's going to take every bit of that. And I've been fighting, and the tide is turning. And people, and a lot of black folks are waking up to this foolishness that the Democrat Party has been feeding us. These lies ain't going to work this time. I'm telling you, it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty. I'm telling you, it's not going to be
Well, I hope you're right, because, we're losing a lot. This election is about survival or suicide.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Cedric. We got to take a break. We'll be right back, talk to Bob and Ron and Frank, actually. Okay, so we'll be right back.
Always apologizing for
Did I tell you?
Need help communicating? At K9 Concepts, we can solve your problems.
There we
the
go.
answer to your problems
There we go.
is a phone call away. Call 410-477-2000 for a free demo evaluation.
Oh, yes, sir. Thank you so much
Call
again. WCBM, the Pat McDonough Show.
410-477-2000.
Speaking in his
Obedience
company,
protection, handicapped assistance, boarding, grooming, puppy preschool.
Bro, how you doing, bro?
Visit K9Concepts.com.
Oh, I'm terrific.
The
I'm
best
terrific.
for your
But
dog.
I need to know where you're calling from.
410-477-2000.
Text us
Bro,
to
so
receive up to
beautiful.
5 marketing texts sent via automated technology to your number. Consent not required to purchase. Message and
went to
data
St.
rates may
Clemens.
apply. Membership automatically renews. Cancel anytime.
Yeah, I did.
Hi, you ever heard of Beachbody On Demand? Hold on a second. Here is your free membership.
I got hit by
Call
Sister
that
Noreen, though.
CEO of Beachbody, and I just
Well, it was
sent
my
a free
fault. It was my
membership
fault. I
to
was reading The
another
Hobbit at the
customer,
time, and I
I'm
wrote
giving
Frodo
away
lives on his desk.
10,000 free
And
memberships
she was a
a
nice,
week
she was
to
Irish. I
anyone
mean,
who
Irish.
texts
His sister.
me
She goes, "What is this?"
to try
Bang!
free
Next thing I know, I was like, I'm looking at the desk, like really,
Just text the
but my
word
nose is
join
squished on
to
it.
303030 to get instant
That was the
access
good days.
to all 8,000
No, it's a true story. I can't tell you other ones, though.
programs like
'Cause-
21 Day Fix, Insanity, P90X, T25, and PIO. These
Oh,
programs
man.
really work, and this is your one
Oh,
chance
well, see, that's
to
it.
try them
I'll get it
for
from there.
free. Just text
I'll
the
get it from
word
Sister
join
Noreen,
to 3030.
and then I'll get it.
That's
You
JOIN
know what? Wait
to
till your father hears
and
about
I'll
this.
send
Oh
you
my
your
God.
own free membership.
Join Macy's in support
Yeah,
of
so I'm
Girls'
going
Inc.
on a
throughout
tour,
the
you
month
know?
of September. Here's how you can
Jeez,
help.
so
Make a
I'll tell you.
donation
Oh,
today.
hey, bro, what would you like to talk about so I
and
get you
also
on there?
give back when you shop at any Macy's store. Round up your purchase amount and donate your extra change
Bye.
up to 99 cents to Girls Inc. Your donation
Got
will
it.
help fund
All right, really gonna
life-changing
be on after
mentoring
these?
experiences
Huh?
to inspire girls across the country to be strong, smart, and bold. Make
Yeah.
your donation to Girls Inc. today at
Nah, I don't
Macy's
think
stores
it's wrong.
and Macys.com/Macy's Gives.
Yeah.
Today on
I just,
smoother skin.
I'm surprised we went this long, but you know, there's the album I had. Was it the Kite String Breaks?
Okay, first
You'll see. But hold on, let me get you on here so we can sing later on.
water softeners from Culligan.
All right,
Actually, Claire, how do you feel about smoother skin and luxurious hair?
Oh my gosh.
See,
OMG&D, Claire.
I'm telling you.
Let's help you out with a free in-home water test with a local Culligan water expert at Culligan.com.
You can call too, 410-922-6680. Once you call the number, 410-922-6680. Here it is.
These loans are insured
410-922. No, it's freaking backwards. All right, just trust me on this, okay? 410-922-680. But since it's back, with nothing new, see, isn't that stupid? How do I know that? Because my brother and I had a reel to reel.
That's
And
410-788-7070.
you call each other's names, you know, I was the oldest, so we always fighting each, you know, and then he said, you know, Ronnie, yippee now, right? But I found him, Kenny, right? If you say Kenny, pig backwards, it's Gippy Neck. And that's way more funny than Gippy Nar. Okay, hold on. More than a feeling, Boston coming up, Boston.
3 to 6 on Talk Radio 680 WCBM. And now back to Super Citizen Radio on Talk Radio 680 WCBM and worldwide at WCBM.com.
Bam.
Okay, we are back. Let's go to our callers. We'll start off with Bob in Parkville.
Go, Bob, baby.
Where is Bob? Here he is. Bob, good evening.
Bob, baby. Oh, Bob.
Hi.
For those who don't know, Bob, like, is 97 years old. I mean, I love him. He's a veteran. I mean, World War II. But, man, when he starts, it's slow. But when, at the end of the freaking conversation, I think he's going to have a heart attack. Watch. He might do it. Because that's what I was talking earlier. Remember I said, Bob? I said, yeah, Bob, I thought you were going to flip out a couple times, man. Because he'll go, here, do something. And I tell you what, and as a veteran, he sees the, as a veteran, then he gets, you sons of bitches, Okay, I know they're here. I've been on their bunker friend. But here, okay.
Well, he'll be right out because they don't have bail.
That's what I mean.
Oh, ho, ho, ho.
We got him. When he tries him,
Yeah, I bet there's a lot more of that. I think these lefties are doing it. I'm blaming the lefties. Without any proof whatsoever, I'm blaming the lefties.
just have a lot of confusion. People will be afraid to go out. People will be afraid to vote. Let's just do it all that way.
They found him possibility that someone died because of his fires.
Oh, yeah.
At his hand. There's 28 people already been murdered. Those fires. And they're searching for dozens of others to remain.
Well, you know, they have up in San Francisco, they have a hellish red haze over the city.
It's all the way down to Los Angeles.
Yeah, and the scientists are not sure whether it has been produced by the wildfires or the fact that the demonic Nancy Pelosi lives there.
Bad news, Biden, Nancy had one thing in common.
She doesn't have a hard time getting her hair fixed.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
If I
Hey, Nancy Pelosi.
That
shit crazy.
84 years old. I've been very, very lucky.
I'm 383. What'd you say?
My wife, 44 years worth. And, but this business of down in the country, you remember when Obama was first elected, his wife said one thing: for the first time in my life, I'm proud of my country.
Yeah, that means that for all of her life, she was not proud of her country.
Yeah, that's right. And she wanted the public schools across the United States to
I remember that.
have lunch and so forth.
Yeah, I remember that.
Her recommendation.
That's a real piece of boo-boo.
I'm serious about it, too. And what did she do? She sent her two kids, the girls, to one of those fancy schools.
Oh, the best school in Washington, D.C.
$100,000, and they could eat anything they wanted.
Well, the Obamas didn't have a lot of money when he got elected, but now they own estates in 3 different locations, signed a $40 million contract with Netflix, and then Sarah, what's her name, Sarah Rice?
Susan Rice.
Susan Rice, I'm sorry, that's my lawyer, Sarah Rice. Susan Rice, who was the Benghazi liar and probably helped to coordinate the campaign against Donald Trump with the intelligence community. She got a contract.
Unmasking, yeah, I know. But I just want to urge the listening audience, especially the young people, don't let this progressive party of the United States Democratic Party shove you around, because they're no good. Like you said, I couldn't agree with you more. They want to overthrow this country, sedition. And in my own mind, they feed my own mind, it's treason. And,
it's worse than it's treason. It's actually a domestic war against America to destroy us and harm people and hurt people, and there have been casualties and fatalities.
Don't accept anything except till the.
But you know, Bob, our people, I'm worried. I mean, I've been in this game, this profession, this struggle for 35 years, both in radio and television, and 20 years in the legislature. I've seen it all, and I've concluded it. I mean, I've read 1,000 books on the issues. I have 10 PhDs in this stuff, and I can tell you, the American people are too passive. I was very happy when Obama was president and we had the Tea Party movement, and I saw folks getting out onto the streets and demonstrating. We are not doing that now. I guess, I don't know, people are fearful or what. And I've always said, too, about it's the older people in this country. I think the young ones will come along, but it's the older people in this country who understand because they've been through it all. Yeah. And they seem to have all the courage to stand up.
I know, you're right.
One of those people in World War II called...
He's right.
My brother's a part of it. And many who fought in Korea, the Forgotten War, and of course... which I'm so touched by, is the Vietnam War.
I'll keep the microphone on.
Home by some.
Freddie Herman, how you doing?
Yeah,
same bunch.
My nephew.
Bill Ayers, Obama's buddy, the professor making $200,000 a year at University of Chicago.
He said recently, within the last year or two, Ayers, Obama got his.
How the hell I get out of this?
In his living room. Bill Harrison living room.
Oh, they probably had a campaign meeting to get him elected to state senate.
And this guy wrote that.
Yeah, when it edges of this freaking fix me stick.
Yeah.
Look what freaking time it is, man.
All this bombing in the 70s with the weathermen. They forgot to get a writ to arrest this guy for these specific charges. That's how he got off.
Yeah, he was part of that bombing scheme to bomb police at a precinct. Same stuff they're doing now.
At the end of his book, you know what he said?
Wow.
I didn't bomb enough buildings and people in the 1970s. I should have done more.
Yeah, and they're doing more now to make up for it. All right, Bob, thank you.
Take care.
All right, let's take another call from Frank.
Hey, Frank, go ahead, Frank.
Where is Frank? He's. When I say where is our board, where our punches are here, some are all the way down one end, some are up the other end. So I'm going down here for Frank. Frank, good evening.
Hello, how are you, Pat?
Good.
Yeah. I got
The phone is ringing.
Sounds like you're talking into a.
Are you on a
WCBM, the Pat McDonough Show. Ron Savage speaking, and who's calling, please?
Okay, how's that? Is that better?
James. All right, let me get you the magic computer.
Yes,
And where are you calling from, James?
Got ping pong balls in his mouth. They just keep coming out.
And what would you like to talk to Pat tonight about?
But the first thing, most important thing I want to say is I've been driving that's crazy, the FD. So if I put at the end of all my posts, I'll put Trump 2020, and then I'll put Don Jr. 2024.
Oh, don't open anything when talking to you.
Wait a minute. What
Where's
about?
Ivanka?
Where's Ivanka? Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry. I'm not a sexist. I just think about it.
Well, we'll have
What
to.
about the beautiful Melania?
Well, yeah, we got to. We'll restructure that. Put Ivanka in the middle.
Anything you want to springboard off of, you go right ahead.
I think at 8 years
You're welcome. Hold on. Forget about it.
What's the
Forget
Barrett?
about it.
Eric.
What? Eric? No, Eric. You got to only be 35. Eric's older than 35.
Oh, Eric is? I thought he was only a teenager.
No. You're thinking about Barron.
Oh, my bad.
The young one is named Barron. Unfortunately, he's been out of the news and he's been hidden, and thank God for that.
He's been hidden.
Yeah, no, they were
You get this fucking thing. Oh, sorry, I remember French. This, they call it a fix-me stick. I read, because even before I went on, I said, is this good?
I want to talk about this playbook.
Safe? I can't believe it. Don't call me, you stupid ass.
What's a playbook?
Don't you see I'm on the phone? Don't you see I'm doing a show? What's the matter?
The Obama administration turned over a playbook, they call it.
I'm done.
Oh,
I'm
I
done.
see. Yeah, I remember that.
If anybody please come over to the radio station and take over, because I'm done.
Supposedly, in between the time he got elected and
Can't
when
do
he
it,
actually
can't do it.
was inaugurated, and he failed, and he was a disaster and all that.
Yeah, he didn't take the advice that Obama had given him.
That's what I'm thinking. But here's the point that I think is most uppermost, is that the Secretary of Health, back in 2006, went to George
Did you hear that,
Bush
the speaker?
and told him that it was very likely that there was going to be a pandemic in the near future.
Yes, I read that. Yeah.
Yeah. And Bush poo-pooed it. You know how they do around,
Yeah, well, that's just like when he received warnings about
I don't want the
bin Laden.
fix-me stick, man.
He poo-pooed that one, too.
They got him stuck, didn't they? But then, the message went on to Obama. So Obama, he stuck with him and over H1N1, which, we all know what happened to H1N1. But, so he's got this thing now, and so, what comes up with this, ostensibly he comes up with this playbook. Now,
Please get out of this. Please get out of this. Please get out of this. Right now, my computer's just coming on after 500 years.
Trump saying when he got it, he felt it was outdated, which is why he didn't use it.
Yeah, well, probably. And the fact of the matter is he did a lot of things right. He stopped China from coming in. He stopped Europe from coming in. And the greatest thing he did was,
next song leaving was Hang On Slippy.
Franklin Roosevelt during the Second World War, how Franklin Roosevelt had turned our economy and our industry into a war economy where Ford was no longer making cars. Nobody was making cars in America. They were all making tanks and Jeeps. And the greatest thing that Trump did was he unified the entire federal government, every department, and he put them on this warp speed thing. Plus, in addition to that, he worked with and unified the governors of all the states in America. He and even the mayors, he communicated with them. He set up a network. He set up a plan, and he had the federal government and the governors. And then he went to private industry, and he united them in this effort. He put together this great unity to fight this thing. They won't give him credit for that.
Who in the heck is talking about this? I don't hear that nowhere.
Oh, well, that's called censorship. And censorship, and you can't take over a country unless you have censorship. You know, the first thing that happens in the Middle East and in Africa, when some dictator takes over a country, they blow up the radio station and burn down the newspaper. Well, they don't have to do that in America because they've already taken over the country.
Yeah, and you know, this playbook thing anyway. So Obama got this thing and did it to Trump, but you know, prior to Trump being elected, 99% of America thought Hillary was going to be there. You can't tell me that Obama wasn't
What's going on out there?
sure that Hillary was going to be in there. So this book, this plan, he thought he was giving that to Hillary.
Oh, okay, Frank.
Interesting.
All right, yeah, I think so. That's very interesting. Thank you, Frank. Appreciate the call.
Hang on, Slippy.
And, we got to take a break. Let's take a break.
Opportunities for rain coming our way Sunday night, and even then, it looks like it's just those scattered showers. Now, we are partly to mostly cloudy. We'll slide back to 62, which is a little warm. Same story for Sunday.
A little warm.
Out right around 80, sunshine, clouds mixing, maybe a stray shower later in the day, and then chances for those scattered showers ahead for Sunday night. By Monday, more sun and clouds, right around 80 for that afternoon high.
WCBM, the Pat McDonough Show. We're on Saturday Speaking News Complex.
Weather Channel, Talk Radio 680, WCBM.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war among the major term life companies. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past few years. For example, a man age 45 non-tobacco user, $1 million of coverage, $75 per month level rate for the next 10 years.
There it
or
is.
a man age 50 non-tobacco
See, I know how to
take
do that
$500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110 per month, guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right. Level rate guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years.
Let me show you something.
Smoker, we have great rates available for
The thing I was talking about.
Term Busters, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. If you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call today.
There it is. See, that's a security.
1-800-569-5440. That's
So,
1-800-569-5440. You're probably paying more than you
there,
should.
that's a security camera.
1-800-569-5440. Or visit
And then
our
I would
website
press
at termbusters.net.
the top.
1-800-569-5440.
Oh, I'd flip them
Rates
out,
and
man.
availability may vary by state. Sample rate quotes based on
Because they don't know where it's coming from. They just speak about it, do it, but they don't get, know.
Hello, WCBM audience. I have some very good news, and we all need good news. I'm happy and proud to
And
announce that Dr. Ed Laser at
Tom Morrow's going to come in. He's after this show live, Tom
so you
Morrow.
no longer have to put off getting that $1 million smile.
Where's that? Freddie Herman, bring him. Carolyn, I love you too. That's my sister. Here's the phone. What else? Wait, hold on. Hold on, babes. Hold on. Oh, Christ. Oh, Christ. Wait a freaking minute. I got to turn the phone around and it's pressing it. Because my fingers are too freaking big. Oh, I hate this. I hear. All right.
Are some of the protocols Dr. Laser and his staff are doing to make sure you're safe. It's time
Now
to
that was it.
Get
I'm
your
done.
$1 million smile by calling Dr. Laser
Did you switch it?
10-356-7799 or online at cosmeticdentistbaltimore.com. Cosmeticdentistbaltimore.com.
WCBM, the Pat McDonough Show. We're on Saturday Speaking News Call, please.
Like this. No habla español?
Yeah.
It's opera.
Yeah. Is this Donna? Hold on. Let me get you in the magic computer, Donna.
When you learn a language,
And where you calling from, Donna?
use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
This year is my year to get fluent in Spanish, and Babbel.
And what would you like to talk to Pat tonight about?
The app is so easy to use and it's so practical. It helps you learn things that you will actually need. Since my husband is from Guatemala, I'll apply what I've learned in Babbel to our real
Got
life
it.
situations.
Oh, you're welcome, Donna. You just have 3 ahead of you. You'll be all
Let
right.
you really step.
You're welcome.
Complete game changer for me. Hoy es miércoles y el clima está.
That was Donna from Middle Man, every time I hear Donna, I think of one song. It was Richie Valens thing? Ooh, Donna.
Just go to
That was Richie Valens, or was
a new language today. That's
Buddy Holly?
BBEL.com.
I gotta look at my cassette tapes. Good. I also say, oh my God. Okay, hold on. We're gonna. We got 2 minutes. Yeah, hold on. We have somebody exiting really quick. We caught them before they left the show.
What's that?
He's videotaping us.
Yeah, because whatever you do, don't get a fix sick. Oh, we're going to get all the viruses up 5 hours later. I figure I'll get it.
Who is this Donna? Is she white or black?
White.
Is she against them or?
No, she wants to talk about, what the problem is and over there. She said, that, she sounds nice. She's a nice lady. Come on. This is my page. This is all through. Everything's fine. Everything's cool. I don't have any narcs on here whatsoever. Trust me. And thank you again, Pat, for the pizza. Betsy. Don't smoke. Yeah, you gotta stop smoking that shit, man.
There's a tremendous price war among the major term life companies. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past few years.
Wait, I'm gonna get her in the hall for that.
45 non-tobacco users, $1 million of coverage,
Oh, I can't. Damn it.
level rate for the next 10 years. Or a man age 50, non-tobacco, can obtain $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110 per month, guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right, level rate.
Come on, hold on. Oh, shit.
For the next 20 years. Smoker, we have great rates available for you as well. At Term Busters, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above.
Yeah.
If you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call today for a quote at 1-800-569-5440. That's 1-800-569-5440. You're probably paying more than you should. Call Term Busters, 1-800-569-5440, or visit our website at termbusters.net. Remember, 1-800-569-5440. Rates and availability may vary by state. Sample rate quotes based on preferred non-tobacco underwriting. Exam required to qualify.
And now back to Super Citizen Radio on Talk Radio 680 WCBM and worldwide at WCBM.com.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. Thank you for tuning in tonight. And with us is Sophia Montgomery, and Valerie was with us. Where did she go?
I don't know.
I tried to tell us that we're off.
We don't have a gift shop here.
Anyway, well, she'll return eventually. She usually does. Anyway, here is, we'll talk with Donna. Donna, good evening.
Hi. Hi, Pat. Hi, Cynthia. Nice to say hi to Valerie.
Let's go see where Valerie is.
Okay, well, hi, Cynthia, and I'm going to say hi to Valerie.
Where's she at? Where did she go? Where's Valerie? We'll go get her. Was they talking bad about you? Yeah, I guess I'm a troublemaker. What are you going to do? And we're waiting. Now, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I'll take it easy. Please don't flip out, please. Oh, my, don't wipe your... Oh, don't wipe your ass. Oh, she's doing the ass dance. I do the same thing.
Yeah, you mean like people decide to make up themselves?
I'm going to get some pizza there.
Well, I'll tell you, Donna, I don't know whether you were aware of it, but a number of protesters have come over to our side.
Look at it. Can you believe that?
They are against the protesters. They were protesters. And they have signed affidavits with the lawsuits.
Okay.
And they pretty much said the same thing you said. They said in the beginning, number one, they were not even told that the Myers family had apologized for their son's posting, and they didn't, and they did not know that the shop had closed for 9 days voluntarily. They didn't know that, so they were misled, and they were very unhappy about it. And it's a growing number of people.
Thank
God for this, people.
Where can I put this?
Cedric. Cedric, the gentleman.
He's Kimmy. Freddie. I'll get the comments all afterwards, everybody, because someone put it on my computer, which finally came back.
I want everybody to be happy. I want everybody to prosper. I treat people the way I want to be treated. I don't understand their anger. It's like they're a dog with a bone, and they won't let go.
Well, that's the extremists and the hustlers. I've always said, and I think most people have experienced this, including yourselves. America is the most integrated nation in the history of the world. It's not like the 50s and 60s or even the 70s. When there were protests in those days, or when Dr. King was leading protests, there was a lot of separation in the country. There was a lot of bias. But today you have millions of people who go to work every single day, black and white people who work together. You have millions of black and white people who go to the same malls and the same shopping centers. You have millions of black and white young people who go to the schools every day. I mean, it's just, there is so much integration that people, I can't say everybody's friends, but there are friends. There are families that are integrated. There are people that talk to them. I go to a mall or I go to a shopping center, and a black person, every time there's an interchange of any type, it's very cordial.
Yes.
People are very cordial to one another. So it's the radicals, and I'm like a priest. I'm wearing a priest outfit, a black outfit, where people come up and say, "Father, I'm having a lot of trouble at home." Because of television, people see me, they come up to me all the time, black and white, and they say, "This is a lot of nonsense," or "I'm getting tired of this stuff." Like I'm going to fix it, but I mean, they feel comfortable, like they know, and I don't even know who they are. And they come up. I think people are getting tired of it, to be honest with you.
I'm sick of it, and it's so many. There's so many hate divided and rip our country apart, and it's the commies that have been so.
Well, we like to call them Democrats.
See that?
They are Marxists. They've admitted that, but I think, to be honest with you, they're fascists. They're anarchists. I mean, there's a difference. Communists are communists, Marxists are Marxists. But the bottom line is they want to destroy this country, bring it to its knees, and start over with their own form of government, which is fascism. And they're already demonstrating it with political correctness, intimidation. They call this cancel culture. That's not cancel culture. It's punishment politics.
No, it's 1984. That was the book I was signed.
Yes, I wrote that book. Originally, yes. Anyway, Donna, thank you for calling.
Yeah.
Appreciate your opinion. All right. And Valerie has returned. There were 4 calls while you were gone.
I didn't count that many.
They wanted to talk to you.
Yeah.
Good, I'm here. Make the call.
All right. Let's go to James. James, good evening.
Thank you for taking my call, Pat. I wanted to talk about, if you haven't already, I got a little late this evening, about Johnny Olszewski's so-called police reform bill with Julian Jones this week. And I was very outraged by it. Clearly, it's a political move on the part of the county executive.
Yeah, James, it's part of the elect Johnny O. governor.
He obviously has higher political aspirations. I don't know. They said Black Lives Matter was going to have a march today in Towson. And when Johnny Olszewski runs for governor in the future, he may run for re-election first.
He's coming.
He wants to be able to look at those activists and say, look, I got out front this issue.
And Tom Moore, he does the liberal show, right? But I love the guy. You just feel sorry because he's a liberal, but I love the guy.
The amount of violent crime.
I'm gonna give him the signal from the radio. I'll flip him out. Watch this.
The audacity of Julian Jones
He'll come in soon.
to introduce this bill and act like, and I'm not saying that there's not bad cops and things of that nature, but somebody's shot, stabbed every single day. We had a record last year of homicides in Baltimore County, and they want to go after the police.
Oh, yeah, well, he got elected by the black vote. He had all the black politicians in Baltimore County, including Julian Jones, Senator Kelly, all of the black delegates supported him, and that got him through the primary. Now, he made a huge commitment. The commitment was Black Lives Matter is going to run Baltimore County, and I'm not going to do anything about it. And this is his, like you say, he might want to run for re-election. But here's what bothers me, James. The people in Baltimore County who are not buying into this stuff, who don't feel comfortable with it, they're kind of letting it happen.
Yeah. Well, when you look at violent crime in Julian Jones, even in his district alone, Milford Mill, Woodlawn, Randallstown, I believe those are
no batteries.
Again, homicides, Milford Mill.
Oh, I tell you.
To me, what happened to Owings and Mills, Pat. and you get nothing from that. I think that a little bit of that is not all his own spills. I'm just using this all of Baltimore County. But Pat, and I'll leave you with this to make it even worse. And those are going to be November, December. This is how it tied into Baltimore City. You have Brendan Scott. You couldn't have two more terrible people.
Oh my God.
And, oh my God. It was Steve Mosby. Brendan Scott.
Now you got two Mosbys.
Crime plan. You know what he said his crime plan is? To declare gun violence and violence in Baltimore City as a mental health issue for the criminals.
Amazing shit. Excuse my French. But you know, now we have two Mosbys. What is worse than one Mosby?
Two Mosbys.
Two Mosbys.
Terrible combination, Pat.
The people have. I feel sorry for Baltimore. I'm sorry, Baltimore City, but they brought it upon themselves. Brandon Scott is a Black Lives Matter guy. Johnny O. Well, I'm going to tell you something. On September the 24th, I can't let the cat out of the bag. But September the 24th is a Friday at 10 a.m. in Towson. It's going to be the beginning of a new movement in Baltimore County. And the purpose of this movement is, quite frankly, to wake up the people in Baltimore County as to what they are up against. And they better get off their butts and start the fight back.
Oh, Pat, did you hear about MS-13 in Baltimore County? Well, you called
doesn't exist. Doesn't exist.
You were lying. Now it's coming up.
Yeah, it doesn't exist.
Did you hear of the little girl that got? They said. I read an article where they said it's so much of a problem they want to get in, stop the recruitment in Baltimore County.
Oh yeah.
And Johnny Olszewski, to me, got to blame because he kept Kevin Cameron's policy in place.
Yeah, he reinforced it. To be honest with you, and not only that, remember when he got elected, he said there was no MS-13 in Baltimore County.
Wow.
We're in big trouble if we don't do something. Now, I told Valerie, I said we can't save the world. It's kind of big. We can't save Maryland, it might be too big, but we live in Baltimore County. And maybe we can start a little bit of a revolution out here. Maybe we need a patriotic, conservative revolution in Baltimore County.
Yeah. Thank you, Pat.
Thank you, sir. I think we need that. All right, we can take one more vote very quickly. Here is Ron in Middle River. Ron, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. How you doing?
We're doing great, Ron.
Yeah. I had two things to say instead of one. The one is... are the votes going to come in time from overseas, from the troops, to be counted?
Legally, they must.
Oh. Okay, because the last time I don't think they did.
Yeah, there was some kind of a discernment.
Yeah.
But I think legally they have to be counted. And I know there is a deadline on when the votes matter.
That's a good question.
So I'd have to check into that. But I believe legally they all have to be counted.
And the second thing I have to say is this is for the police up in the city. Weather the storm. Don't quit your job and get discouraged because you've got too much at stake. And you've done a great job of discipline, of standing there, getting hit with bottles and so forth. And you took it.
2 minutes.
Hey, Ron.
Stands for a better police force.
All right, Ron, we got a break for the news. Thank you for the call. But I will add to what Ron is saying. What about Baltimore County, which is really getting ready to be abused? They want to take away this immunity. The cops will be sued 100 times a year for every little thing they do, no matter what it is. The cops will be in the courtrooms more than they'll be on the streets for public safety. And the county attorneys will be in the courtrooms with them 24 hours a day. But this stuff that they're going against the police, and what did you say earlier, Sophie, about Johnny O's comment? Very scary.
These steps are just the beginning, not the end.
Wow.
Very scary.
Well, I think our only alternative, quite frankly, is to try to end Johnny Olszewski.
Yeah.
And what's happening. But we need to stand up and fight. Right now, we're just being rolled over. This legislation, the school board passed it, Black Lives Matter, and they're talking not about the comment, they're talking about the movement.
Yeah.
Black Lives Matter movement being officially endorsed by the school board, and this stuff is just getting worse and worse. So we better wake up in Baltimore County. We better get ready to fight. That's my comment. And I think we are, starting on September 24th. The movement begins. The revolution begins.
And I cannot wait for it.
Power to the people.
I'm excited.
Lock and load.
Power to the people. I'm going to tell you, it's going to be front page news, and it's going to be led by women mostly.
Yeah.
Wow. It's going to be led by women mostly. And Johnny Olszewski, if you think that Black Lives Matters totally influences your vote, and if you think that politics related to race totally influence what you're going to do in this county, You're about to find out that there's a lot of people in this county that don't agree with that, and they're about ready to stand up and send you a message, and you're not going to like it.
That's right.
I'm Pat McDonough. Always remember, truth and knowledge guarantee liberty. And we're going to have a little bit of that on September the 24th.
Stay connected with stimulating talk and breaking news on Talk Radio 680 WCBM.
Okay, now I'm gonna go on the computer. I'll talk to y'all. Don't worry. Take it easy. Hold on. Get in my face.